Pitchers and catchers report, which is an exciting time because the pitchers now include Framber Valdez. What a big story that was last week. And people are talking about the Tigers as being a legitimate World Series contender.
A lot of people say they have the best 1-2 punch in rotation in Major League Baseball, and they might. It's certainly arguable that they do. Valdez has been very consistent, very good. He's not as good as Tarek Skubal by any means, but he's pretty good. Another left-hander, and this gives the Tigers an excellent start with the rotation, and whatever else shakes out in the rotation would be interesting. Whether or not Reese Olson is going to be healthy enough to be in that rotation. If he's not, what do they do with Troy Melton? Would they still entertain the thought of signing another free agent pitcher to join the rotation? I doubt it, but we shall see. I mean, their payroll is now up around the top 10 of baseball with this signing, and of course with the losing arbitration case with Skubal. But you know, they've got a lot of money committed to the top three pitchers on their team right now. It's over $90 million, I think, for the top three pitchers when you throw Flaherty in the mix. And their payroll is pretty high right now, as high as it's ever been. But that'll change dramatically after next season. So I think it shows the Tigers are going for it this year.
They are going for it.
Are they going to add a bat to the mix in spring training? They could make a trade of some kind. They've got assets to make for a trade if they want to do it now, or do they want to wait until the trade deadline?
Well, there are variables like the ESPN did had their insiders. What's the thing you're most excited about with spring training? The first name mentioned by Buster Olney, the first name, all of Major League Baseball. What are you most excited about in spring training? The first name he mentions is Kevin McGonagle. And, he writes that he will make an impact this year, but when?
Yeah.
And then there was another story on ESPN.com. Each team's big question as they head to spring training. And the big question for the Tigers is, will Kevin McGonagle make the club out of spring training? He might be good and a Rookie of the Year candidate, and it might be a bit of a slow burn like Colt Keith. Like Colt Keith, you can see him ramping up, and it's still early in his career, but the jump isn't easy. And it's not easy for everybody, but McGonagle is one of those variables that I don't think there's any question he's going to make an impact with the Tigers this year. It's just a matter of when. And really, it feels to me, based upon everything that is said about him, it's a matter of, does he have a position more of whether or not he can do it at the plate? And they may roll with him anyway because he could be that bat that they're looking for. And then I swear people in the game like Hao-Yu Lee way more than we talk about him.
Yeah.
People in the game always bring up Hao-Yu Lee, and I don't think we take calls on Hao-Yu Lee. We don't get texts on Hao-Yu Lee.
Well, they love McGonagle's presence to the plate, recognizing the strike zone, draws a ton of walks. He's very disciplined there and can hit it to anywhere in the field, has some decent power as well to boot, and all that is very exciting. But a guy is yet to play a single inning of AAA baseball. And you go back to Colt Keith as a comp. Colt Keith in 2023 as a 21-year-old played 59 games at AA Erie at the time and hit 325 with a 977 OPS. Got promoted to AAA Toledo, played 67 games there, hit 287 with an 890 OPS, and then went to the Tigers in 2024, started out of spring training.
Step by step,
but he at least made the step to AAA. McGonagle, last year was high A ball, then double A ball, didn't get to AAA. It'd be a big jump, but yet if he's got all the skills, the bat-to-ball skills that they say he does, and if he's competent enough defensively where you could play him at shortstop, okay, I'd like to see it because the upside of him at the plate seems to be pretty impressive. But no, I wouldn't expect this guy to be an all-star from day one. Nobody is. It's very rare that they are anyway.
Well,
and yet, here's this guy that is being heralded as the number 2 prospect in all of baseball, and he's gotten so many accolades over the last season and a half. It's hard not to recognize this or get excited about what he could be with the Tigers.
Could he win Rookie of the Year?
If he makes the team out of spring training, yeah.
Last year's Rookie of the Year, Nick Kurtz.
He was so good.
He had 290 with 36 home runs, 86 RBIs, and a 1,002 OPS.
In how many games?
He played 117 games.
He didn't even make the team.
if that happens or anything close to that happens, do you realize how much of a game changer that is? And when people talk about Buster Olney, the first thing he mentioned, what excites him the most is McGonagle. So this isn't wishful, hopeful thinking in Detroit. We're looking at a best case scenario.
Yeah.
But this guy's a candidate. He's a candidate to go out and have a rookie of the year type season.
A different player than Nick Kurtz, for sure.
First baseman, power hitting. Yeah.
But you're talking about a guy that can make that impact on a team. And I'm just thinking, like, if he gets on base anywhere close to what he has in his career as a minor leaguer at this point, it'd be pretty good. You got a guy who get on base in the high 300s. If he does that at the major league level, that's incredible. You'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes contact. And it's good contact. Sharp contact.
Yeah. Well, considered a loaded system, and we might start to see, some of the returns on this. And look, there's a lot to be excited about. How good will he be? McGonagle. There's no telling, but it's also, there's a reason why eyeballs are on him, why national people mention him first. And yes, pitchers and catchers on Wednesday. How about this? We're sending the Birchie kid down there.
Really?
And we are going to have updates every day this week.
Wow.
From spring training.
Nice.
So put a reporter on the, we'll have people on the ground. Boots on the ground in Lakeland.
Person on the ground.
No, the Birchie. 248-539-9797.
How do you think Birchie's wife feels about that?
Yeah, the station didn't even send him. Will just went by himself.
Right. Will's like, I'm driving. I'll leave now.
What are you doing, sir?
Overwhelmed.
He was supposed to go
kids
get
in the
diapers.
house. Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, how's the little one doing? He's great. Great. Sleeping a ton. No problems at all. I'm like, and the older one? Oh, man. It's like, yeah, right around 2 years old. I'm like, well, they call them the terrible twos for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, got the dog, too. It's a lot to handle.
It's open lines. Karsch and Anderson, 97.1.